Most humble administrator, like our revered leader, your wisdom has only become sharper with age. Emperor Wu Di now has need of your talents in the far western reaches of the Han Empire. There, on the southern edge of the lonely and forbidding Taklamakan Desert, he wishes to establish a trading village along the Silk Road. You can buy quantities of precious silk from such Chinese cities as Chang'an and Chengdu, and then pass it along to Kashgar for hefty profit. The land is harsh in the desert, and the rains unpredictable. Even the skies are dangerous, patrolled by hungry vultures. It will not be an easy task for your people to grow enough food from the barren turf. Crops of millet can be cultivated, and the arrows of hunters should be able to find targets, but you may still find it necessary to import some food for your citizens to thrive. Go now to the village of Lolan in the Taklamakan Desert, the land of no return, but strive not to let its ominous name come true.
Alright, welcome back to Emperor, now with the mission Outpost in the Sand, which is, in my opinion, one of the easier ones. So let's just get straight into it. The only problem really is to make a profit and kind of manage this dry land, and of course we're playing with 100% feng shui, perfect feng shui, so we always have to look that everything works as intended, but as you will see, that's not really a problem. I'm just drawing out a housing block here, and actually want to be a little bit efficient so that I can use this good feng shui over there. As you can see, I did test this out beforehand just to make sure that everything will work out how I want it to. So let's get all the essentials. I think here's bad feng shui anyways, yes, so we can put the watchtower on the inside, roadblock this, and then go like a couple houses like this. And then go back. And then on the outside, we also want some houses. And of course here as well. Now here, before we do anything, I want to put down the market square. Because if I get too close to the rocks, there will be feng shui issues, which we don't want, but let's do it like this, and we can actually go right up to the road. And we do need an ancestral shrine, but that one can go here. So let's put it down. And let's go for red walls, this time like this. So we will place a warehouse here and a mill as well, of course, for our market, which both will be covered by an inspector, and roadblock this, and we just need to open the gates accordingly so that everything will work as intended. Very good. So we can actually let people move in, and of course, as always, prioritize safety and religion. Very high workforce. We already can, oh, we will need, yes, perfect. And do it like this. And as you heard in the intro, this mission is all about money. So we are immediately going to send out some requests. I will send a request to Jiaozhou. I will send one to Chengdu, and I will send one to Guangzhou. because I think those 3 will open up immediately, whereas the other ones won't. And we will put down the first 2 trading posts around here. We can put down 3 on this side, which is great. So we do Kashgar and what was the other one? Chang'an. And we will, for the moment, cover them. Let's quickly plan this out a little bit, because there will be salt mines in the marsh. Can I put 4 salt mines like this? 1, 2, 3. Not quite. I think here needs to be like this. And then here also like this. And that should work out so that we can send an inspector from here, and the inspector should be able to cover this entire block. And we will put down a road connection like this and immediately start importing jade, export carved jade, export carved jade. And then, as they said in the intro, you can import silk, pay 225, and then sell the silk at a profit, which is what we're going to do. We are going to up the price by 10, so we can make some money off of it. It's not great, but everything counts. And then, yes, the people are moving in. Let's slow the game a little bit in the beginning, and we are going to put down jade carvers alongside here. 1, 2, 3. Oops, that one has bad feng shui, so let's not build that one. 4, 5, 6. Very good. And actually, yeah, we can just let them run immediately. Should be fine. And as people move in, we will, of course, start making more money by selling other stuff. Like this. Now, what else do we want to set up? We will wait a little bit until we get a response from our trade requests. Meantime, those guys can move in. These are employed, which is great. We could actually also increase the price, or like import spices and sell those at a higher price, but I do think that this has an impact on the favor with your cities, which I'd rather not tamper with, because we do need the 5 trading partners and we don't want trade routes to close down. This here, by the way, we want to accept some hemp, maybe 12, some ceramics later on, and maybe get some salt later on, maybe 4. Which reminds me, I want to sever this connection here, just because, see, these are the 3 trading partners, so they sell rice, buy carved jade, so the other one also buys carved jade, sells silk, iron lacquerware, okay, not so useful actually. And this one buys, wait, wasn't there one that sells? So Chengdu buys salt. So Chengdu goes on this side as well. And they need a inspector to cover this road so it doesn't collapse, and we're also going to put down a warehouse that will hold some salt, 8, and they will sell salt. And then we will import some rice at a time. 8 is okay for the beginning, just so we get some food in. Then Chow, they want to be over here, okay? Because they, Chow, if we go check, they sell hemp, and that's something we need to buy for our hemp shops. So our money is going to go crazy now because we are going to buy silk and immediately sell it again, and also buy jade, which we are going to carve up. So all our workers, 38 workers needed, okay? So of course our profit in the first 1 or 2 years is going to be terrible, but then I think 30 years should be okay. So let's also buy a little bit of spice. Just a little bit. And all the silk will make us a little bit of money when it's being sold. We do get our gift of hemp, which is great, very useful. And I think we can already start to produce a little bit of salt. And then adjust our roads that I put so much effort in. Oh, and actually this needs to be opened, so this inspector will also cover this. 28 workers needed, not too bad. And we can start feeding our people with some land foods and already start distributing some hemp as well. What we also want is a little bit of wood, just maybe 2 planks at a time, just so we can get over some wood here for our taxation. Actually no, we must get 4, because else it will not be picked up, I think. Right, so everything seems going to be going okay. We will need a music school later. Some food is going out, which is great. Some spices are coming over, so actually next round let's go for plain food immediately. Can we plant trees in the desert? Probably not. Oh, actually we can plum trees. So let's do it right. Like this, beautiful. And maybe 2 plum trees here instead. Very beautiful. And we are giving out spicy spring rolls. Very good. We do have people moving in, which means we can invest in a administrative city and go here and have our tax collector, which will collect an outrageous amount of tax. Very good. Let's produce more salt with our unemployment. That's all going very well. We appeal. Let's just have a wall there. And then we need music. So let's wrap around like this. Go with another inspector and put down a music school here. We can also actually have this inspector walk a loop. Let's quickly pause the game and set up the roadblock here, because if he walks a loop, he can also cover our clay pit, clay pit down here, which we can save an inspector. That's all looking nice. Of course, yes, daily music. Music is coming. We still have quite some unemployment, so let's actually get right into producing some ceramics, which we will need for the gods. Actually, let's put them on this side. And we still have some unemployment, which we should then later on use to produce some food. Let's quickly stop all our imports, because we did go into debt, which is not a big deal, I guess, but still we should try to manage our money. Some salt will come over, or is actually over here, which I'm wondering, actually we will have to just leave like this, and the mill has to get the salt from over here. And let's drop the amount of salt we hold there. And this all should get us out of debt, no problem. All the jade carvers are carving their jade. What else do we actually need? Oh yeah, people goal should be way on its way. I think this block should give us enough.
I could think of worse places to live in this city, like the
Enough people.
Desert.
Good. We do have a little bit of money, so let's build a farmhouse over here. And have both crops growing here. A little bit more millet. Fine. And irrigation must go on the other side, or can it go here maybe? Maybe it can. That's very nice. And then also, just remember we need to import some hemp. Also just a little bit to keep our thing here going. And actually I am going to import also a little bit of rice from here. We will not export any of this stuff. Wood, we still have plenty. And yes, like this. So just that we make a little bit more money, but still stabilize our food supply, because now we only have salt and spices, which of course are not meal. Like the meal cannot grab salt and spices because of course they cannot cook anything with it. But we still have some rice coming in, which should give us some time until this fills up. We do want give some ceramics to the gods. That's why I set it up. Also because we have a lot of unemployment. Actually, we do have housing probably for almost our target population. If this house here wants to evolve. Don't know why this one doesn't evolve, but we'll see. We have tons of unemployment, which of course is not great. I just wait until the end of this year, because maybe we'll actually reach our goal, like our export goal, which would mean that we can spend some money again. Actually, this one, let's not sell from here, so maybe some of this carved jade goes to the right warehouse. Salt is okay. Oh, we can actually also sell salt from here. Just realize. So let's do that. We could build maybe 1 or 2 more salt. What are those? Salt mines. If we need, but let's see if a trader comes by from Kashgar. He will not import anything, I think. So hopefully. Yeah, but we just need this import here. So maybe this year's not okay yet, but next year we can definitely hit our money goal. We do have at least some ceramics to give to the gods. Contented, very good. And then our harvest should stabilize our food. Price decrease for jade, also very good for us. We can still... Oh, we did actually sell out. So let's turn those back on as well. And yeah, maybe we just have to wait for next year. Anyways, what's going on here? Plant foods, no more food, okay. We do have some food here, but you can see it's always dependent on how much food that's not spice or salt is actually in the mill. I think once this millet harvest is coming in, our food supply should stabilize, but how much did we make this year, current year? Yeah, we didn't profit enough anyway, so let's just spend the money now and build another farm here. And then this time, it's not super efficient, but we will have some more wheat, I think. This, and then irrigate That's also going to use some of our workers, which I assume are still quite high, even though half our block has evolved. And before we forget, gift to the gods. And now there's a big portion of food in our mill, which is immediately, of course, used up because we are going to another beating of those houses here. But now there's quite some food carriers going to the shop, so I think this should stabilize, and our stuff here has filled up very nicely, so every time next year a trader comes by, we will be able to sell our jade, our salt, which is great. I think this is the year where we will hit our yearly profit. Last year wasn't quite enough, but it's fine actually. Let's not... Oh, actually we can not buy at the moment. We can just try to hit our target first, because I think the jade carvers at the moment, they will not be done by the end of the year, so it's fine. This has all re-evolved. How much space do we have? 239 people, so we should hit our target population. We are still importing a little bit of food and hemp, which is fine. We are going to continue giving ceramics to the gods. And do we need to do anything else? Do we have wood cutters? No, we don't. So yeah, it's quite hard to use up all this workforce we have here. Of course, we could lower the wages, but I'm keeping them high so I can have outrageous taxes, which will also cover my wages. Wood, I think we also at the moment do not need to import. Oh, we won't, so that's great too. Let's quickly look at our finance. Yes, we will make some money immediately. This is definitely the year where we can sell out. Kashgar buys more silk. Great. We can't really buy more, can we? Oh, we could actually, but it's more than enough, so we're just going to pretty much see how the end of the year looks like for us, and then decide if we need to change anything to win this mission. Food is still struggling a little bit, which is a little bit annoying because that is keeping us from our target goal. So let's buy more rice. And actually, speaking of too many workers, of course we can just have some hunters. They use workers and they will fill up the mill with a little bit of additional food that I could have had earlier. That idea, I think that is. So we'll also not buy more silk, so all this silk in here is going out to Kashgar. We did buy or sell all our jade, but at the moment, as you can see, we will hit the target. So that's going very well. Also, we're going to have a good harvest of wheat now, right as our houses keep devolving again a little bit. We don't care really because our worker situation is very stable. We're hunting Saiga antelopes, it seems. And together with the meat, with the rice, with the salt, with the spices, this should be more than enough food. Yes, we can support almost 3,000 people with 3 foods. Actually, we're only providing 2, so it's just because they keep evolving, then they re-evolve. You have to fill them up with food again. It's always a little bit of pain in the ass to keep them evolved, but now we have a full meal, so that's no problem anymore, I think. Kind of marked lady, yes. See, now the male keeps having food, so those will finally stay evolved, and of course now we can just wait for our population to hit the goal, as I assume we will definitely hit our financial goal. We made a profit of 5,500, which is of course very, very good. Don't think we need to really do anything more than that. We also have a lot of hemp. Maybe a gift to the god would be good. Have some ceramics, great gifts. Maybe he wants to calm down if he feels so. Game meat actually has completely run out again. We do consume a lot of food. I'm quite impressed actually how much food we actually use. It's just continuously having to... And I wonder why the desirability is so bad here. Does it have anything to do with there not being a wall? And will it help if we put a wall around it? Really? We don't really need this house to evolve, but in a way it's annoying me, so let's do this. Special statue just for him, or for her, or for them, depending on who lives there. At the moment it's 31 people, and now actually 10 people can move in. So one of these here, let's also give something to Nuwa. Our unemployment, of course, is again very high.
To a new city. You worry too much. I think we'll prosper here.
What does Guangzhou want? Do we even bother? We do buy nothing we can really offer easily, so we can just leave it like this. Our mill is doing great now. Our housing block as well. Let's put in some gardens here as well. We do have a nice waltz. What is this? Emissary. Weapons, okay. To spawn, we can accept them into here. And then immediately sell them. Wanted to say we have a nice walled city here. We just want to finish the wall like this. So people almost at its target. We have tons of unemployment. We did make a lot of profit this year. 6,000, I believe. Yes, almost 5.5. So we should actually win by the end of this year, if everything, well, or mid next year probably, because we're still missing some people. But actually maybe we just win right around New Year's. Gift of weapons. Let's celebrate, because why not? We do have all the 3 things, so matter of seconds. And actually our city turned out quite nice, I must say. With the trees and everything, the wall. Food is stable now. Right. Here we could start importing jade again for the next year to make more money. But this was nice and easy, no problems. Could win any second. Come on.
Despite many painful hardships, the beautiful oasis town of Lolan now thrives in the perilous Taklamakan. Over the years, it has become a popular watering hole for the countless trade caravans negotiating the dangerous trails of the Silk Road. But how long will the sands of the Taklamakan endure such a bold intrusion?
We will find out. But for now, we won this mission very quickly, and let's just quickly look at our score, which is not too impressive because our city is not too great, I mean not too big, and we weren't long here. But yeah, easy mission. Let's go on to the next one. I'll see you there. Bye bye.